It also says that the business that was here before, whoa! Hey, good morning. It's Jack, and gonna be a very interesting day today. Gonna hit the gym first, as always, or almost always, I hope. And then we got a little bit of a scavenger hunt, real estate scavenger hunt up in Hanover. Got a lead on a property, and client of mine, we don't know who owns it, and we don't know what's going on with it, but he wants to lease it and or buy it. So we're gonna go shake the tree up in Hanover. Then back to the office. I have a new market that I want to expand the real estate school to. So we're gonna make some phone calls. And then we have real estate school at 5, and that will be teaching actually from my home office. And then we'll also see what happens. So welcome aboard. So I got this lead from this guy that I've done some business with before, and heading up to Hanover. And I think the best time, or the best way to get things done sometimes, I could look this up on the public records, and actually I already did that, but my client told me there's a sign out front of the building where I can actually find the owner. So sometimes you're just gotta go and do some grunt work. This might be a complete dead end, or it could be a huge, huge win. So I'm glad we have a little extra time to kind of get up here and see what happens. The property is right off the highway here in Hanover. There's a sign out front, and it said the foreman that used to work here is now down the street here. So we're gonna head down there and see if we can talk to him, see how that goes. It also says that the business that was here before, whoa, lost their ground lease, which means that the building and the property here is available for a ground lease. That's because the location is so vital. So really what the location is, all the values wrapped up in the location. So let's go down the street and see what this guy has to say. Yeah, so I spoke to the guy that worked there, had to track him down at his second location where he moved to, and he thinks the property's already been sold. Gave me a name to look up, which we'll do that when we get back to the office. Mystery continues. Hey, Greg Sullivan, how are you? Isn't the appraisal been done like a while back? So, well, you told me that you couldn't get the appraisal because you didn't have the P&S. Did we figure that out? Is there any way we can get the appraisal done, and is that the last thing we need to get this letter? Let's circle back in a couple hours and see what happens. Easiest way to find who owns that property? Stop by the Registry of Deeds. Well, that was a productive visit. Got a really good lead on who owns that property. So one thing I'm really not good at, I could improve upon dramatically, is information capture, lead capture. So I've got basically 3 businesses that are capturing leads on a daily basis. Clients, people who want to attend the real estate school, and then lastly, potential agents. So in order to, get everyone's business cards and scraps of paper that you have and all organize that, you need a CRM. And the best CRM that I have that I can use that's completely free is Google Sheets. So I know Google's not going to lose the data, and I entered into Google Sheets. Then, and I have 3 different databases for those 3 categories: clients, school, and possible agent hires. Then using Zapier, Google Sheets communicates with my email client, MailChimp, and puts those emails right on the MailChimp database. That's why, so when I send out an email, everyone that's updated from my Google Sheets will be automatically updated on my MailChimp. So a great system, just gotta nail it down because I could do better as a organizational leader and as somebody who's trying to grow my business and capturing those leads. Gotta discipline myself to do that. So I put some shortcuts on the face of my phone so I can input that into the Google Sheets right away and then off to MailChimp. So hopefully that'll be a huge improvement. And just a quick thought, if you're an agent and you're using the CRM at mega agency where you work, keep in mind that when you leave there 2, 4, 7 years from now, they're gonna have your list, which you might want to consider. When I worked in politics, we always used to say, you are your list. And even in that movie, they say the list is life, and the list is your life. So I would think real slowly about trying to give it away, basically, because they provided you with the tool. There are other tools where you can keep your list yours rather than have to share it. And I'm a strong believer in Google Sheets, and then I just import to MailChimp. So off we go to the post office. Talk to you soon. So got that taken care of at the post office, which is great. Had a real estate school student graduate, but she lives in Florida, and had to kind of expedite her package down there, her graduation certificate. So that's great. Still kind of swirling around today is the potential closing date on the property in Springfield. Waiting for the final mortgage commitment that could come as early as this afternoon. Also have a couple of things swirling around on the Wareham property. Whether or not we actually need an extension, that seems to be somewhat subject of the debate. But it looks like we might be closing there in as soon as early April. So that'd be great. Now back home, do a couple of things and get on the webinar at 5, teaching real estate class by webinar at 5. Hey Joe, welcome to Real Estate School. How are you today? Glad to be bringing you lesson 6 today of our real estate school. So thanks for joining us. And I saw that you were on time. I got your email.